do that, if anybody could do that right now and risk it, I think it would be time to throw, because they basically have 2 lives, right? So they might be able to go with that riskiness in the first grand finals match. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the lower bracket finals. Tribe Gaming versus Clash Champs. One of these teams will be moving on to the grand finals. One of them will only get 3rd place, and Nebrax is in first with some Electro Dragons, and already we're seeing a little bit of a misplay here, Coco. I think the Rocket Balloons were supposed to take out that air defense, and they didn't get it.
Yeah, and we don't have any backup rocket balloons here either to make sure that goes down, which means that actually might even stay up. It depends if the chain goes the right way. We do get that down there at the very end there. Unfortunately losing that one Electro Dragon, but all these Electro Dragons storming through these first few compartments, also ensuring that the blimp paths all the way to that town hall there for Nebrax, securing that first star on the board here, and the heroes can get some nice value around that right-hand side since Nebrax is very well thought out. There's a lot of damage coming in here and has invested that one skeleton spell to distract those defenses, and these Electro Dragons, they're still taking quite a bit of damage there on that left-hand side.
They are indeed. It's always interesting to see the different groups that the E-Drags kind of form as they start to split up. We still got one on the left side. As soon as I say that, it goes down. One Electro Dragon way over on the right side with the King and the Queen. The Warden not able to quite stay alive for too long, but the Phoenix might actually come in clutch here. Look at that Phoenix taking out an Inferno Tower all by herself. That's going to make a huge difference as we try to wrap around the last couple of compartments here. The Royal Champion being deployed, and he was even able to save the Poison spell to help out.
You see Nebrax celebrating already. He knows because he's still got that Queen ability and he's still got the Royal Champion. We got the skeletons that were potentially in that compartment, the Poison spell to help us out here, and we still have a freeze at hand. I think nothing can stop this. I mean, the Queen, she's stuck there around where the town hall was, but we don't even need her on cleanup duty. This is a phenomenal start here for Tribe Gaming, and we've started it with a bang. We've got more than enough time for cleanup towards that south-hand side, and we got that first triple on the board.
Starting this match off with a bang indeed. And speaking of which, I think Queen was beaten on one wall, banging on one wall, and then she changed her mind to a different wall, and then you saw her beating on that wall. Now she's beating on a third wall. That Queen is the ultimate wall breaker, but a beautiful attack there from Tribe Gaming. Nicely done with the E-Drag. Simple plan again. No need to overcomplicate it on some of those really well-built box bases. Sometimes you just can't think of a good Queen charge. You can't think of a perfect hero dive. Sometimes the air troops, the E-Drags, the Infernal Babies are the answer, and Tribe Gaming showing you right there that if you execute it correctly, it can crush those bases.
Yeah, it was very clutched at the very end. As you spotted in the very beginning, we didn't get that air defense down, and the chain value from that one Electro Dragon was crucial to get that down, so it didn't pick off any potential air troops still pushing through.
Yeah, that was beautiful. The Tesla that popped up between the Spell Factory and the air defense is actually what made the chain able to connect all the way through. So potentially a little lucky there for Tribe Gaming, but sometimes you need just a little bit of luck to make these attacks pull through. Either way, even if that air defense stayed up, with how much hero health he had left over at the end, I have a feeling it might have still tripled anyway. So overall, just good base identification, good execution. None of the spells were used incorrectly there. An awesome attack, an awesome way to start off this match. And now the pressure over to Clash Champs. They're going to need to start off with a 3-star in order to really stay in the right mentality here and keep up with Tribe.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. And P. Castro again up first for Clash Champs. And we are bringing in those Skelly Bat Donuts. Pretty hot here from Clash Champs, one of their favorites, and we've got those invisibilities dropping one by one, and this time around we're getting one of those Infernos down, as well as the Clan Castle over the core of Exosys base. It's interesting to note on this one that we have these spell towers very compact there next to that Town Hall next.
It is interesting to know, not super common to see that in the current base building meta, but sometimes it can trip up these players. The Rage Tower with the Poison Tower all connected together behind that town hall. And Pete Castro feels confident that he's going to be able to Lalo through it, though. Although he does have the Battle Blimp, so I have a feeling we might be seeing another one of those styles of Lalo where he just pops the Warren ability right away and has the Battle Blimp Sword of the Town Hall. Also pull the Poison Tower. And then the rest of the balloons can just completely dodge the Giga Poison and the Poison Tower. We'll see if that's the case.
Yeah, we've got that nice skeleton spell to distract those defenses on that north-hand side, as well as that Ice Golem to help give us some extra push. And King is slowly making his way for that Scattershot compartment, looking pretty good at the moment. Oh, the Queen! She goes back out of this compartment, an invisibility spell to try and redirect her back in, but she's still trailing to that right-hand side.
This is looking interesting. He tries to recover it with another freeze and skeleton spell, also sending his royal champion in on the right side of the base. The Barbarian King still distracting the Eagle Artillery shells. The Queen pops her ability, has a lot of archers to distract for her. She will get through the monolith, but with the Eagle locking onto her, I'm not convinced she'll take out the Eagle as well. Nope, she goes down, so the Eagle stands tall. Now we are seeing that Lalo again with the Warren ability right away. The Battle Blimp for the Town Hall with the Rage spell to clear the Town Hall and the Poison Tower, but are these balloons going to get hit by the poison effect?
Yeah, there's a lot of poison going on in that compartment, but we have secured that additional star, but the Double Molten Inferno and the Eagle Artillery still standing, and there's nothing that is going our way at the moment, and all these loons are slowly getting picked off one by one by these expos, as well as that Warden statue, and I don't know if this will be able to push through. There's way too much still remaining there in the core of the base.
Too much indeed. That blimp did pull the Poison Tower down right on top of that air targeting expo, and I think he lost a lot of balloons in that section. So just a couple of things not quite going his way. The Queen not taking the Eagle. I don't think the Royal Champion on the right side got quite as far as he was maybe anticipating. And the Lalo from the right side with the Battle Blimp pulling the Poison Tower the way it did. The balloons just weren't able to clear all those defenses around the Town Hall. It's going to lead to an early defense for Tribe Gaming and an early lead by a star in their favor.
Yeah, I love that we tried to recover the Queen to path into that monolith there with that one invisibility, but it was just too much, and the Queen was already making her way towards that right-hand side, which was a little bit unfortunate. Just threw him off a little bit there. And unfortunately, it didn't pull through as much as he hoped so.
Right, and I think this is another example of that domino effect that you were mentioning earlier. He tried to save the Queen portion, but in doing so, he used several spells. I think a skeleton spell that was supposed to be used with the champion to allow her to get more value, and also another freeze spell that was supposed to be used for the Lalo to help the Lalo get more value, so trying to save the Queen part ended up hurting the other parts as well.
Yeah, here we go. Rakirez is up, and we have got some Zap, Quake, Lalo, and some nice Zap value there, because not only did we get some defenses down, we got the enemy Queen down here with that Multi-Inferno, and we've got some more cleanup there on that right-hand side. A few loons going to snipe off some of those defenses, since there's not that much there picking them off, although as I say that, there is a hidden tester popping up here, which means we won't be able to fully get that expo down there on that right hand side. And Kyrus is going for that hero dive on that north hand side area with a skeleton spell to distract these defenses, and log launch is going to do some damage with those logs and give us further access to the core of the base.
I really loved the idea of that Dragon Rider for the Eagle Artillery, but those Teslas just really foiled that plan. The Dragon Rider goes down. Luckily, the King is still going to be able to secure the Eagle Artillery here. The log launcher busting open. The Queen was able to walk into the correct compartment. She's going to take out the Scattershot. She's going to take out the enemy hero there, make her way to the left. He's already having to start the Lalo. How much value can these CC troops get in the middle?
I mean, that Town Hall is still standing, and that Monolith looking fierce there as well, and Queen's doing pretty good. She's still pushing through and reaching over these walls to get some more value, but the main thing is that Rakirus has to freeze the Town Hall to allow for these Saloons to approach that Town Hall, so we can try and speed the process of getting them away, although there is a tornado trap in there. The Rage is trying to keep them away from the Giga Poison. Not as successful as hoping for, but He's still got so many loons, and that World Champion ability as well can be very valuable alongside that Diggy stunning these last few defenses.
Yes, I love the idea of the champion being saved and delayed for the later parts of these Lalos, as most of the balloons die in the Town Hall compartment. I was very worried about the lava pups there messing up some of these balloons, but it doesn't matter. The champion, so healthy, still at full health with the Diggy, with plenty of time left over. The plan from Rakira's is just too good against this base, and Tribe Gaming really showed up to play in this match, starting off hot with 2 3-stars right out the gate.
Yeah, they're bringing the fire and they're holding that lead, and the pressure is on for Clash Champs. They really need a triple on the board now, since their first attack fell a little bit short now. As you can see on percentage, Tribe Gaming is going perfect so far.
Yeah, Tribe Gaming just looking so solid. Clash Champs struggling in their first attack. They can't afford to do that anymore. They need to hit this 3-star, or else they're going to be down by 2 stars after just the first 2 rounds of attacks. And after that, it's going to be difficult for Tribe to let go. I mean, they're holding that driver's spot right now in the car. The match is in their hands right now. It's just a matter of, will they let off the gas, yes or no?
I mean, they've taken them down before, and it looks like they're strong, and they're on track to do it again. It really just depends if they slip up on one of those Clash Champs bases. They did have some really good defenses in the previous match, so you never know.
Yeah, you never know. The Clash Champs bases are going to have to come in clutch here. They need their defense to carry them a little bit, or maybe they can just triple out, finish with 14 stars. It's very, very possible if they focus up, help each other out, and get some solid plans on the rest of these Tribe Gaming bases.
Yeah, I mean, they both have some really solid bases, but as you can see at the moment, Tribe Gaming's defense team, they're holding strong at the moment, and we'll have to hope that they can do it here again, though. Otherwise, they will allow for Clash Champs to slowly creep up there. And you've got some Electro Titans in here, and as well as that recall spell. Probably going to be going for... Do you think we're going to do another Queen Charge Electro Titan with the Flame Flinger in there as well?
Possibly. He does have the recall spell, so I feel like he's going to start with some sort of Queen Walk. It is interesting to see the style of bases that Tribe Gaming are using. I wanted to call this an anti-3 when I first saw it pop up because of that Town Hall compartment, but it looks pretty symmetrical for the most part, so I'd pretty much just call it a diamond base. He just put that Invis tower slightly offset, but it still covers everything by the Town Hall. He's actually going to use the Warden with the Archer Queen, with the healers, before even considering using the recall spell. This is very interesting. We got the Flame Flinger working on the south side of the base. It looks like the idea is for the Queen and Warden to go in for the scatter shot, take out the scatter shot. Then I believe he's going to recall the Queen, recall the Warden, and deploy them again on the 10 o'clock side of the base.
Yeah, there's the Queen being recalled, and as you said, is coming in there, and we're going to now path towards that Eagle Artillery compartment, and we've got some more troops coming there. Join forces there, and by deploying some of them around that 1 o'clock side, we do go towards that northern side and backtrack into the Eagle Artillery area, and the Wall Breakers opening up these first few compartments to allow for that jump to connect both of the multi-infernos as well as that Town Hall area.
Very interesting to see that Invis spell being used to force all the E-Titans back inside toward these Inferno Towers. He still has a King, still has a Royal Champion to deploy. The Warden on offense dies early there. Now this Monolith is starting to absolutely pop off onto these E-Titans. We're having to freeze. The Invis Tower is going off. It's getting very messy in the middle of the base. There's the King being deployed. Very delayed from the right side. Look at the Archer Queen on defense, hopping into that little hidden compartment where the King can't reach her.
Yeah, that King and the Royal Champion coming from that right-hand side is trapped in here as well. Hidden Tests, but also some skeleton spells, and they just keep coming here. And unfortunately, we're losing a lot of damage to that scatter shot on that right-hand side. World Champion does have her ability here, which will help regenerate some health, but I don't think it's going to be enough to push through because we've got some expos there on that southern side, and as well as those giant bombs and more skeletons coming up there for Leo. And unfortunately, this one is going to be falling short yet again. Tribe Gaming's base building team showing their faces in this war.
The skeleton trap there just devastating for that Royal Champion. She's not able to clear through the scatter shot, not able to get those archer towers on the right side of the base. Means he can't even pick up extra percentage points over there either. It is interesting to see Clash Champs busting out the smash style attacks. They're usually pretty comfortable with some sort of Lalo or even a hog attack. So I have the feeling that they're just not able to come up with any decent charge or Sui Lalo or Hog Rider plan on this base, which means Tribe Gaming have been doing their homework. They probably designed these bases specifically for Clash Champs, and Clash Champs just aren't feeling super comfortable against these bases.
Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, it showed in that first war that we had yesterday, and it's just showing here again that Tribe Gaming know how to stop Clash Champs, and Clash Champs it's a very tough team to take down, as you mentioned multiple times over the past few days, that they had really, really good stats going into the grand finals.
They did, but I feel like, you can argue a part of that is they just haven't had to face off against Tribe Gaming in the first two stages of this tournament, not having to play them until we get to the final 8, the playoffs here today. Maybe that has to do with some of the stats. Maybe Tribe Gaming are just doing better this weekend, but there's still a lot of attacks to be had. Anything could happen. Let's see what Yo-Yo23 has got in store for us. Look at this. Queen Charge, Recall, Inferno Baby Dragons.
Yeah, and we're starting off already here on that left-hand side, and as you mentioned previously, wait, we're already recalling her super quickly here, and we just got a few of those buildings down. This is just going to help all these Inferno Baby Dragons probably to go for that scattershot compartment.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing. Just wanted to use the Queen to funnel 5 or 6 or 7 buildings, and then Inferno Babies are in super early from the left side. That Skeleton Spell to help distract a little bit. The Queen will snipe the air defense, also set the bottom half of the funnel for the Inferno Babies to have good pathing to the middle of the base, with the Battle Blimp lined up for the Town Hall, the Poison Spell for the Super Minions, the Rage Spell in the core. Let's see how much damage these troops can do in the middle.
Yeah, we're losing a lot of them to that Giga Poison from those Blimp, but that is going to activate that Poison and allow for these Inferno Baby Dragons to still cruise through the core of the base, but it's still remaining. We have one more Skeleton Spell which we can deploy on that back end here as well to try and distract those defenses. But the Eagle Artillery is picking off a lot of these troops one by one. A few more traps in here as well, and we freeze the Monolith beautifully to make sure that that goes down, because that can be quite crucial, since at this point it's all about the hero value. We still have the King and the Queen. The healer's still alive at the moment. We don't have a lot of loot to test for any traps though anymore, which means we have to use that Skeleton Spell wisely to distract these last few defense. And look at the Phoenix actually popping that Rage Spell tower early, which means hopefully it can wear off and not do as much damage on these heroes.
I think that Phoenix pulling the Rage Tower might have just saved this attack. Like you said there, that's going to be so crucial. He has the Royal Champion to send in. He has one Skeleton Spell that he can help distract. If he wants to keep these healers alive, he has to send the Royal Champion to get the Inferno Tower. That's exactly what he decides to do. He's going to rely on these healers to keep the Archer Queen alive through the rest of the attack. Diggy going to stun the multi. RC going to take out the multi. The Skeleton Spell, I can't help but feel like it might have been deployed slightly too early. Most of the Skellies are already almost dead. He pops the Queen ability to try and get forward a little bit quicker as he's starting to run out of time here. The Headhunter very well timed. He gets through the Royal Champion. The RC still has her ability. This is either a 3-star or a time fail, Coco.
Yeah, it's looking very, very close here. Good thing we do have that Royal Champion ability, which will do some additional value here. Queen's picking them off one by one, but the Royal Champion's not able to pick off the cannons one at a time, and 0 seconds left as that one building stays up here on the north side of the Castro's base. So close.
The 99%. He was so close to letting Tribe go 3 for 3. A very good attack. Very interesting. We don't see the Queen charge with the Inferno Baby Dragons used together. That was awesome. I mean, it worked out pretty well. He handled it perfectly. Not too much going wrong other than just needing one more second to get it done, or even maybe just one sneaky goblin there on the back end. but this does
Yeah.
slightly open the door for Clash Champs to get back in it.
Yeah, it's so heartbreaking. Just the one building. I mean, they're still in such a good position, and you can't be any better than that as a time fail or as a defense there. But Clash Champs, they need to up their game now and bring in those triples. And we have got another attack up next. And look at the use of that bat spell on the north-hand side here to distract the air defense for a few of those loons. There's some traps in there, but it's not going to stop these loons. And we've got some more Inferno Baby Dragons and Dragon Rider combination.
Ooh, Clash Champs here deciding to go with the early Super Minion Bomb after taking out that air defense with the bat spell on the top side. Look at that. The Super Minions do so much damage so quickly that they're actually able to take out the Town Hall before the Invisibility Tower even pops off. So he's already got the Town Hall. He's already got a decent funnel set. If he starts the next phase of the attack quickly enough, he might be able to get through the Invis Tower before it recharges, but I feel like he's wasting a few seconds here.
Yeah, I mean, we got that Town Hall down. The Monolith's still standing in here, and here we go on that southern side. We're already getting a few of those buildings down, probably for funneling purposes, but we're probably going to send everything in towards that scatter shot compartment, since we already had one of those Inferno Babies clear at that very right-hand side building, which is going to make sure all of these Inferno Baby Dragons can stay nice and compact into this compartment. And we've also got that Queen clearing up around the outskirts of the base. I think we're going to lose 2 of those Inferno Baby Dragons, but we got some nice value here towards the southern side, and since we already had that blimp into that Town Hall compartment, we've got that Warden ability which we can use as we approach this multi-Inferno damage. It's not got that Rage spell going off yet, which means that will go off towards that southern side, and there's a lot of damage going to be going off here.
These Inferno Babies getting some decent value in the core, but they're starting to fizzle away now as the Rage Tower goes off. The defense is doing double damage. Queen pops her ability and gets inside there, taking out a few defenses. The Warden goes down as well. Phoenix brings him back to life, but I don't know if he's got enough to get through here. Might have to send Royal Champion to the middle. No, he actually makes the decision to send her on the outside, and he's just going to have to finish on that Inferno Tower and Warden statue.
Yeah, we got that poison to try and help out with those traps. Royal Champion. Oh, she's taking so much damage here. We've got that ability though, and one more freeze. And look at the cleanup. Very well spotted here that we can get them on the cannons and hopefully go for the outside of the base and then go in towards the core. Do you think we can make it past? I mean, we got that Diggy still left in 25 seconds and the freeze at hand. And we've got a triple finally coming in if we manage to clear up those last few defenses on time.
RC is going to skip that gold storage, but the cannons the minions get the cannons just in time, so RC redirects, takes out the gold storage. She's still got to go down south for the other gold storage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, not like this.
We've got the back-to-back 99 coming in here. What a war! I mean, this is just countering that 99 that we had from Yo-Yo. What is happening?
Oh, that is heartbreaking. Clash Champs desperately needed that 3-star. The 99 after 99. Wow, the Inferno Baby Dragons proving to be very strong. But is there anything they can do to speed up the cleanup on these attacks?
I mean, we had those minions already working on those cannons, which was very well spotted, but we just needed that extra one in there to get on those storages. Since the storages have a lot of HP, it takes longer to get them down.
It does indeed. Very heartbreaking for Clash Champs. It was a good attack, a good plan, very well executed. He did everything he could. I think he made the right call with dropping the champion on the left side of the base, take out all that stuff so the king could stay alive and wrap around the left side. But oh well, we got to focus on the next attack. Kronos is in with more Twin Hog, Queen Charge action, and again with the jump spell. It's been so popular today.
Yeah, we've got that going on. Seems quite trendy at the moment, and we've got a nice freeze spell from Kronos to freeze these hidden testers as well as the enemy queen here, and a few Coco Loons helping out as we push through and pass for that scatter shot, a rage in here as well just to help get those defenses down, and the queen's starting to path towards that right hand side now. She has got to have through that enemy king, but Kronos has brought a bunch of these headhunters with him to make sure that we get that down.
Yes, indeed. The super minions getting pulled out of the CC. That Yeti Bomb got a lot of value, not only clearing all those first layer defenses, but you can see over the walls the Yeti Mites were able to grab even some of those second layer buildings, which is quite impressive. The Queen walking along the right side of the base here doesn't have easy access to the Town Hall, but look at this again, that jump spell trick. I'm pretty sure we saw Kronos also do this yesterday, where he just wants her to hop into that first layer, take out the Town Hall, and then hop right back out and ignore the Giga Poison.
It is a lot of value to bring a jump spell like that, because you can just reach in and get it, although Kronos did miss that invisibility ever so slightly, and the healers did take quite a bit of damage there, but we're avoiding that Giga Poison entirely at the moment, which is really, really nice to see. And in the meanwhile, we've had those hogs push all the way through. We've cleared out those compartments on the left-hand side, and Kronos is already celebrating because he knows that he still has that Queen ability. He still has the Royal Champion here as well, so we can push through those north-hand side buildings as well as that monolith in that Town Hall compartment. What a phenomenal attack here from Kronos as well here for Tribe Gaming.
See how excited he is. He knows he's got it done. He got really hyped up for that one. A beautiful 3-star for him, and Tribe Gaming really taking the lead now in this match. I think that's 3 successful attacks out of 4 so far, and their only fail is a 99, so they're not slacking in the percentage department at all.
Yeah, really, really well performance there from Tribe. I mean, they're looking on fire, and they're just showing that disconnect that they had in the upper bracket was just that one slip up that they had, and they're making it really tough for Clash Champs to push through here, and I don't know if they're going to be able to turn it around.
It's going to be very difficult. They have to triple out, basically, and hope that their last base can get some sort of miracle defense. It's still technically possible, but everything is looking like it's lined up for Tribe Gaming right now in this moment.
Yeah, definitely. They're looking so strong. I mean, that one building that was missed by Tribe. I mean, if it goes towards the very, very end and that's the only building still standing, like, that is so impressive.
Yep, Tribe Gaming have a solid chance at putting up a 499% war, which would be absolutely stellar. You can see, look at the leaderboard right there, 11-6 right now after 7 attacks done. Quite the difference. If Clash Champs hit this 3-star, they'll make it 11-9, and so they'll still be relying on a 1-star defense.
Yeah, Clash Champs are put in quite a difficult spot here, and Loop is coming in with another attack here for Clash Champ. We saw some really nice attacks previously, and here we go again with some more Skelly Donut here. On this one, we're going for the Eagle Artillery and that Clan Castle in the core of the base here, dropping these invisibilities one by one. The Clan Castle is secured, as well as that Eagle Artillery, which is going to be huge for these loons, because a lot of the time we've been seeing that Eagle Artillery still up, and it has been doing so much damage. And again, another trendy thing that we've been seeing is that the Blimp is coming in to clear out an Inferno, and this time it's clearing out that monolith around that Town Hall, just to help these heroes out to get an extra push in towards that Town Hall compartment.
It's very interesting to see him deciding to use the Rage spell with the Yeti Bomb on that one. I feel like the Yetis would have been able to take out the monolith even without the Rage, but I guess the Rage spell did allow the Yeti Mites to grab an extra Tesla and an extra Wizard Tower or two, so maybe it was worth it. Skeleton spell in combination with the Queen to help distract this Expo. I think the King was meant to go inside and toward the scatter shot and Queen, but he kind of dipped toward the bottom side, but he might still end up going the way Luke wanted him to if he steps left after this Wizard Tower, and he will. Perfect start so far for Luke.
Yeah, really nice that the King is still on track to go for that scatter shot compartment. Queen also entering here into that Town Hall area, and since that Expo was also distracted by the King and that Golem, we didn't take much damage here on the Queen, and with her ability, she's looking pretty good. And that Royal Champions coming through from that right-hand side now to clear out some of the outskirts of the base, which is going to help funnel these loons directly into the scattershot compartment on that northern side with that warden ability.
Yes, we're again seeing the early warden ability for this Lalo, but all 3 Inferno Towers still alive. Currently under rage effect as well, but the rages are starting to wear off. But all 3 Infernos on multi, ready to do a lot of damage to these balloons, is very concerning. He's going to be able to get through this left side Inferno Tower, but now he has to go against both air sweepers, against both multis, with no freezes left over, only 1 haste to get it done. It's looking a bit rough, but I think he might be able to pull through just because of the sheer amount of balloons he has. More than 12 balloons there. Some of them are going to be able to not take any damage at all for a while.
Look at the traps though, Legs! There's so many traps popping up in this compartment, but thankfully Loop does have so many loons, as you mentioned, and these traps are not enough to stop these loons pushing through to clear up and get that first triple for Clash Champs.
Yes, and it's not too often you see these Lalo attacks completely ignore the core like that and just finish on the core. Usually that core is very devastating, some sort of mixture of Inferno Towers, Monolith, and you usually have to deal with it pretty early, so that way the Lalo can kind of skip it. But Luke decides, let's just not care about it. We'll Lalo around the other side. We won't even worry about the core. We'll just finish there, and I'll have so many balloons alive that it won't make a difference.
Yeah, and it paid off. I mean, it was pretty scary, the double sweeper facing towards those loons, but keeping that haste at the very end was crucial, and we countered that and get them all into that double multi-inferno area.
Yep, beautiful attack. Nice to see Clash Champs hitting another 3-star right there. They needed that one. Now comes the moment of truth for Clash Champs. For them to stay in this tournament, they have to get a miracle defense. Can they get it?
Yes, indeed. I mean, we'll have a look what's up there on the next attack here from Exorcist. Let's pray for not another disconnect here. And we've got Queen Charge Masked Hogs with a recall in here. And quite an interesting spot here to start that Queen Charge directly into that enemy king. So we're investing that rage spell nice and early. Headhunters coming in clutch here for Exorcist to make sure that we can power through.
Very fun to see the recall spell being utilized on some of these classic Queen Charge attacks. The Flame Flinger on the right side, getting several buildings, but ooh, take a look at that Rage Tower, making the Expos do double damage, and the Town Hall was already awake, doing double damage. That Queen lost her ability right away. He recalls, drops her on the south side of the base, and what do you think is going to be his plan for the Town Hall now?
Yeah, we can see we've already got that King coming in here, so we're hoping to clear out these south side buildings there with the Queen to make sure that the King can go into that Town Hall compartment and get that down. And the Monolith is still clearing up from that right hand side area. We've got a mortar in here, and as you can see, we tried to get it down with a few of those loons, but it's still standing there on that right hand side.
Yeah, that mortar ready to do some damage, but he uses an archer and a hog rider to try and distract it. I am also worried about this right side Expo about to do a 180 and shoot the Flame Flinger, but it actually locks onto the Queen. Wow, that's nice. A couple wall breakers here, allowing Queen access to the left, but she's taking way too much damage right now, and she doesn't have her ability. She's actually going to go down before she even pops the Lava Hound, as the freeze spell was late. The troops on the right side in the Flame Flinger are coming out already, and now he's just having to focus on these Hog Riders.
Yeah, that Warden ability trying to protect these Hog Riders, but it will wear off pretty rapidly here, as we've also taken a lot of damage. The Rage spell buffing up all of these multi-infernos. Though even one in there has actually got the double multi-inferno raged up here now, and all these Hogs fill out there, and there's not a lot left here.
No, not a lot at all, but the 2-star is secured. It's going to be a victory for Tribe Gaming. They have secured their spot in the grand finals, where they are going to get their rematch against Time to Throw. Unfortunate ending here for Clash Champs. We will still get to see one more attack from them. This attack here from Exorcist, unfortunately, those Hog Riders just dying so quickly here. They fizzled out right away in that first compartment. Nothing just quite went right according to his plan, and it's going to end up being a low percentage attack, the lowest we've seen from Tribe here in this match.
Yeah, very unfortunate here at the very end. Couldn't end it off strong here, but still, they're looking fierce going into that grand final. And Tribe Gaming, they've got a bunch of rematches that they're going on here. I mean, they had Clash Champs as a rematch, and they're now taking the victory here, and we'll be going through to get another rematch there, as you mentioned, up against Time to Throw.
Yep, and I bet they're looking forward to it. They're very competitive, this group of guys. They're going to be looking forward to that rematch against Time to Throw, and I'm excited to see it. Hoping that they save some good bases for the grand finals, see what they're going to be bringing up against Time to Throw, and we'll see if Time to Throw are going to have, what it takes to buckle under the pressure. But we still got one more attack from Clash Champs to watch, so let's see if, I believe it's going to be Celino is going to be able to get it done and have a nice, entertaining attack for us here to end it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see if we can end with a bang here, as we've done with a few different wars today. And I mean, Clash Champs, they've had a fantastic run. They've played very, very well today, but unfortunately, they just lost their edge here up against Tribe Gaming. And Tribe Gaming might be their kryptonite. I mean, they put them down here in the lower bracket, and they met again there. And unfortunately, they just didn't have enough to push through those Tribe Gaming bases.
Yep, indeed. Let's see what Celino can do with 10 lightning spells and an earthquake. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one. He's probably going to be going for the eagle and both multis, or just both multis. He's splitting up the zaps there. Is able to take out both multis, but does not get the eagle. He also woke up the town hall with that earthquake spell. Let's see what he's going to be able to do with the heroes on the top side.
Yeah, we already got that heroes pathing towards the scattershot compartment. I mean, Queen's going to be cutting off the king there, so the king will make sure that he can go into that area here, and Queen should be able to trail pretty nicely towards that monolith there, as we've got that skeleton deployed, as we see around those monoliths. This is quite heavy hitting beams coming in there, as well as distracting the enemy Queen, because that's quite a feisty compartment here on Nabrax's base. And we've also got that Royal Champion trying to help that king out there on that north hand side with an Ice Golem that can do some potential freeze value here, as we pull those Clan Castle troops out of the Clan Castle here.
Very interesting to see those two skeleton spells being utilized with an E-Titan and the Headhunters to help the Queen take out the heroes, take out the monolith. Queen able to save her ability all the way to the Eagle Artillery. Beautiful hero dive value. And again, this style of Lalo, where we pop the ward ability right away. Battle Blimp, go take out the Town Hall. Unfortunately, it's getting hit by the tornado trap there a little bit. Town Hall might not go down quick enough for the balloons to skip the poison, or they might just barely go around it. And look at this, he even saved a back end Lava Hound for the right side of the base.
Yeah, I mean, having that additional hound at the very, very end helps that second portion of loons just to clean up that last compartment here. There are a few hidden Teslas in here, but look how many loons are still remaining. They're getting picked off one by one, but once they fly over that scattershot range, we're going to be in such a good position to clear out those last few defenses there and get a triple on the board here for Clash Champs, which means they do end strong there with two really nice triples, but unfortunately it is not enough because Tribe Gaming had those 3 triples and the percentage in their favor.
A perfectly executed hero dive Lalo here with 10 lightning spells and an earthquake, investing almost his entire spell capacity to just lightning spells, deleting a few of those defenses early in the attack. But Celino showing you guys how it is possible to take advantage of some of these bases that have the Inferno Towers too close together. But nonetheless, it is indeed a victory for